Hey there YouTube, this is Math Bowler with a wrestling autograph video. I'm a little bit upset with the Pittsburgh Pirates, so I'm going to take a break from them. I'm not going to the game right now. It's cold out. I got a sore throat. I feel miserable. It's not worth it. They're not playing good baseball anyway. So I did go to an autograph signing today out in Ohio. I believe it was near Columbus, where the franchise, Shane Douglas, and the Sandman were signing. I was a big fan of the WWF from 1989 to 2001. I was a big ECW fan from 1997 until 2001. So when those two guys were signing for relatively cheap, couldn't pass it up. I'll get to the big poster later, but the first person I got to sign was Shane Douglas. Got this 8x10. I'm not a big 8x10 guy, but I purchased 4 autograph tickets from each person, so I needed one more Shane Douglas, so I gladly took the personalization. Nice picture. The next thing I got signed by Shane Douglas was this 11x17 ECW flyer. Now, Shane Douglas and the Sandman were both really excited to see the flyers, especially the other one I'm going to show you. But they checked out all the players on it. They were looking through it, looking where it's at, looking at the date. Both had really cool stories to talk about. Shane Douglas started talking about how he got Paul Heyman gave him the opportunity to be the franchise and shoot his own promos. There's no teleprompters. He got to live pretty much his normal life, and he could right away flip to the alternate life of being the franchise. And it was cool. It was really nice. He was really excited when he saw the Eastern Championship 11x17 poster. He remembered going to Morrisville a couple times. This was the first one. This was from '92. He looked down through a list. He was literally reading every single name out loud, checking out. He got really excited when he saw some of these people. Put a nice big signature on that one as well. Can't be too many of these 11x17s out there, so I'm pretty glad to have both of these. I'll start this as an ECW project and an Eastern Championship Wrestling project as well. I'll show the fourth item that I got signed by Shane Douglas in just a little bit. It was real nice taking pictures with people, as was the Sandman. First thing I got him to sign was this program, which he was pretty excited to look at. Now, he talked to me for at least 5 minutes, as did Shane Douglas. He immediately took it and was starting flipping through it. He saw Balls Mahoney was on this page. Could tell he must have liked him a little bit or was a little bit bummed out that he wasn't around anymore. He was checking out the titles and the pictures that were in there. Then when he flipped it over, he saw the location, saw the date. Immediately he's like, "This is the time I got naked." I couldn't believe I didn't recognize this. Yes, it's pretty bad. You can check up online. He was so drunk, yeah. That made this that much cooler. I'm so glad to have this. When I showed him the Extreme Championship Wrestling poster, he looked at the place and was trying to figure out where the heck that was. He didn't remember going there. I didn't know where it was, other than in northern Kentucky. He was scanning out all the names, too. He got excited as well, just like Shane Douglas did, for the Eastern Championship Wrestling poster. He was looking at that and thought, this is probably just after I won the belt off Don Morocco. Because he doesn't recall ever losing the belt to Rockin' Rebel. He doesn't think the Rockin' Rebel ever won a belt. So I got 2 really cool little ECW projects I can work on. If I never get any more signed on it, that's okay. And the other thing I got signed by the Sandman was just his trading card. I asked if he could sign his hack. He said I used to not like to do it, but he doesn't mind doing that now. When he went to WCW, they were hesitant of using the Sandman because of some person who owned a sand company or something like that. But he swore he had the naming rights or whatever. But they asked him what name he wanted. He said he just go call him Hack. That was his nickname. And he looked really small, like he's not fat or anything, considering his physique was a little bit iffy. He looked pretty good. And Shane did as well. On to this poster. There are now 46 signatures on this WrestleMania poster. I purchased this when there were 35. I purchased it from a company, Power Pro Wrestling Figs, authenticated by Authentic Signings. This is not by any means a one of one. As you can see in the pictures, there were multiples of these posters. They were getting signed by the 35 people. Shane Douglas was the 11th person I added to this. I'll try to rattle off the 35 that I did not get in person. I did not get the following 35 people. They were already on here. Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Bret Hart, Zeus, Paul Bearer, Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, Greg Valentine, Bruce Beefcake, Terry Funk, Jake the Snake Roberts, all the Wild Samoans, Bruno Sammartino, Honky Tonk Man, Lanny Poffo, Rick Martel, Bobby Heenan, Tito Santana, Don Morocco, Bischoff, Superstar Billy Graham, got Demolition, Axe and Smash, Ted DiBiase, Howard Finkel, Tatanka, the Killer Bee, or the Bees there. We got Blair and Brunzel, King Kong Bundy, Malthus South, Jimmy Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Sergeant Slaughter, Lex Luger. Then I got 11 people personally added on to it. I'll try to get more as we go on. For now, we got Booker T, 5-time Hall of Fame inscription. Kurt Angle, the Olympic inscription. Nature Boy, Ric Flair, 16 times. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. My only female at this time, Lita. Cactus Jack. He threw a Socko in there. Why not? Scott Steiner. Big Papa Pump. I don't like how Steiner scribbled over part of Bobby Heenan, just like how I don't like Cactus Jack did that to Zeus and Paul Bearer. But we start to get a lot of people on here. That stuff will happen. Got the Nasty Boys. There's Brian Knobbs, Jerry Sags. I think those were 10 of the 11 that I've personally got signed. Then today I got the franchise Shane Douglas on there. 46 signatures. Hope you enjoyed the wrestling autograph recap. Shane Douglas and the Sandman, they were at Play Ball Inc. at Tanger, or Tanger, however you say it, outlets, out in Ohio. Very reasonably priced, and they were both so good and nice and friendly. Talked to each one of them for literally 5 minutes. Actually, most of them, they were just doing the talking. But got a nice picture with both of them. Franchise had the triple threat gesture with his hand, and the Sandman middle finger extended with his gesture with his hand. It's pretty funny. Alright, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody.